thank you very much. Bonjour. Good morning, good afternoon, isn't it? Mayors, councillors, CAO staff, it is wonderful to be back at AMO. And let me thank my incredible, small but mighty team who is here with me today. It's right here up the front row. Thank you. And thank you to all of you for the work you do representing your hometowns. For a decade, I have attended this conference as the mayor and as a councillor for the great city of Mississauga. Met with them this morning. And I know firsthand that this conference is a chance to learn from your colleagues right across the province and to advocate to the provincial government. Okay, given that it's a little bit more like speed dating with them, we all understand that. And you're advocating for those tools and policy changes that you need to deliver for our towns and our cities. But last year, here at AMO, you did something really more important than that. Last year here at AMO, you helped save the Greenbelt. It was at this conference a year ago that mayors and councillors stood up, and you forced Premier Doug Ford to back down. Doug Ford tried to give away $8.3 billion of protected Greenbelt land to enrich his already wealthy friends. And there was an immediate public outcry. Yet Doug Ford tried to ride out the scandal for a number of weeks. But here at AMO, delegates stood up to him. And you said loud and clear that this province values our natural environment. You said that we can build affordable housing within our municipal boundaries, within this province, without selling off the Greenbelt to reward rich developers. And so, Doug Ford backed down. He said he was sorry, but he's not sorry he did it. He's just sorry he got caught. Because the truth is, Ford is still doing what he's always done. Selling off our public assets to make his rich friends richer. And now we see the RCMP is investigating the $8.3 billion giveaway, but it's just one of the many scandals. Doug Ford is auctioning off our healthcare system, our education, Service Ontario, Ontario Place, the Science Centre, and he's blowing up $1 billion to speed up the sale of booze in American-owned big box and convenience stores. It's $1 billion booze boondoggle, and those are your tax dollars. That's money that could have been spent on your municipal roads, your bridges, and your public transit. Or more importantly, to address the crisis in our housing and homelessness. That's money that could have been spent on protecting our infrastructure against the risks of climate change and of flooding. Talk about having the wrong priorities. But Doug Ford won't change, no matter how many times he says he's sorry when he gets caught. So we have to work to bring back a government that's going to deliver more for you. A government that fights every day to ensure that your residents have what you need, so everyone has the opportunity to get ahead. And that's the government I'm working to build with my Ontario Liberal team. When I'm elected Premier, we're going to fix the healthcare system, and we're going to improve the education system, and we'll protect the things that matter to the real people, to the families of Ontario, and we'll grow our economy to make life more affordable. And that includes getting you the tools you need to build the towns, the cities of tomorrow, and working together with you and with our partners in home building to help build housing so the seniors can downsize, families can buy a home, and make home ownership a reality for our kids. The reality is that Ontario's municipalities need a new fair deal. And we're asking you to build 21st century cities and towns with 19th century tools. What you need is long-term, sustainable, reliable funding to fund your operations. And so we'll deliver the tools you need to deliver the programs and the services that you need and to build the communities that your residents are demanding. And I'm committed to doing that work with you when we form government, to deliver better financial models for municipalities that are long-term and sustainable and reliable. Because as a former mayor, I know that we need to better support our municipalities, to empower you with a new funding deal. And we'll deliver a new deal for our cities and our communities. You have my word. And we'll do another important improvement. We'll ensure municipalities have safe workplaces by finally passing a fair system to address egregious misconduct by elected officials, model after Stephen Blay's Bill 5. Everyone deserves to feel safe in their town hall. And speaking of town halls, mayors are having to fight the province for a funded and coordinated plan to address homelessness, mental health, and addictions, and that crisis that we see on our streets. Mayors and councillors see the cuts to healthcare firsthand. When I was in the town of Durham, I met with West Grey Mayor Kevin Eccles, and we toured his closed ER. A woman was actually turned away while we were there. It was heartbreaking and it was infuriating. That ER is only open from 9 to 5 p.m., as if medical emergencies don't happen after 5 p.m. I just don't understand it. In Whitby, Premier Ford accused Mayor Elizabeth Roy of bullying because she was advocating for a new hospital in her community. When I was mayor, he accused me of whining because I stood up for my residents. Mayors and councillors should not have to fight the province for the basics. And the province should invest in healthcare, not try to privatize it to benefit rich donors. We should support our family members who are struggling with mental health and addictions issues. And I know this from personal experience. So Ontario is facing a real homelessness crisis as the cost of housing continues to soar. Many have given up on their dreams of home ownership, and at the same time, our economy has stalled. The debt and the deficit are up, unemployment is up, business confidence, productivity, and economic growth are all down. So what would I do about it? When I'm elected premier, I will put education at the center of our economic plan. It's the right thing to do for our economy and for our children, because without high quality education, our economy will falter and our youth will not be prepared for the jobs of tomorrow. And without growth, we can't afford to hire more family doctors, or build more housing, or roads, or fix the bridges, or invest in expanding our municipal transit and transportation systems, or construct community centers and libraries that your residents look forward to visiting. Education is economic policy, and it's how generations of this province have worked hard to get ahead. I know firsthand. My grandparents came to Canada after World War II from Poland. Yes, I'm Polish. They gave up everything to come to Ontario to build a better life. My grandfather, he worked as the janitor at the Globe and Mail newspaper for 40 years. And I'll never forget the first time that I opened the door of the Globe and Mail building to do an interview. This is where he toiled for decades, polishing the brass, washing the marble. And in one generation, that's all it took back then. I was walking into his old workplace as a member of Parliament, later to become a mayor of one of Canada's largest cities. His work, hard work, made that possible for me, as well as our education system here in Ontario. And I want that kind of progress to again be possible today. I want to restore that sense of real opportunity for this generation, for your kids, and for my kids. So that's what I'm here to fight for. And I know that regardless of your party stripe, that is what municipal leaders have to do every single day to carefully manage the budget and invest taxpayer dollars wisely. That's what you do. You create jobs. You get the basics right. And to do that, you need a provincial partner, a provincial government that delivers more for you, that truly wants to partner with you to deliver the public services your communities rely on. Well-staffed, modern, and open hospitals and ERs, good, well-resourced schools, healthy, complete communities with reliable and resilient infrastructure, affordable homes, and a plan to protect our environment and cultural institutions for future generations. And of course, a plan to end the crisis we see on our streets in homelessness and support those struggling with mental health and addictions. That is my vision for a better Ontario, not a place where the rich friends of the Premier get even richer, but an Ontario where middle-class families get more of what they need to have a good life. We can only achieve that vision by working collaboratively together with our cities and our towns, with a new sustainable funding model so our communities can focus on your core responsibilities. And together, we will make that new deal for cities and for towns, so that together we can build a stronger, more prosperous Ontario, so you can better serve your residents. That's my commitment to you. That's our commitment to you. That is the Ontario Liberal Party's commitment to you. To everyone in this room, you are the leaders. Whether you're in my party, our party, or not, I want to hear from you. I need to hear from you because we have work to do. Ontario is counting on us, so let's get to work. Thank you, merci, and miigwech.